I lost my parent when I was 4 years old. Back in the 60s in Vietnam, cultural discrimination against orphans was nothing new. Orphan children are a curse to society and neighborhood because the belief that they bring bad luck. I was known as a lost child, dirty, stupid, and since I have no parent to educate me like manner and respect, I had many fights with neighborhood kids my age and older due to name change. And in America, my experience with racism continued in 1986 when I was 25 years old. That year, my husband Ronnie was 27, and he was an Army Infantry NCO stationed at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. He was diagnosed with stage 4 bone cancer, so the Army sent him to Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio for treatment. The doctors told us that he has 6 months to live. I looked for a place for me and my children to stay to be close to him, but many owners look at me and say, "We don't rent to you people." I was in shock and despair. The prejudice was new to me. How can they not have any compassion? Ronnie's parents offered to bring the fifth wheel trailer for us to live in. So I found a half-empty trailer park near the hospital, but the woman manager looked at me and said, "Sorry, we just fill up." I called Ronnie's father, told him about the trailer park. He asked me for their number and told me to stay near the phone. A few minutes later, it rang. "We're all set," he said. Then the next day he arrived and we went to the trailer park together. The same woman was there. She gave him a registration form and a lot diagram across the counter and then said, "Take your pick, sir." While Ronnie's father filled out the paperwork, I stepped near the counter. "Ma'am, remember me? I was here yesterday and you told me that you had no vacancy and now you told him to take the pick? Why? I don't understand." We had some cancellation, 10 cancellation in one day. We had a bad day, sweetie. What can I say? I saw no point of arguing with her, so I added my name to the application form as an authorized resident and say, "I hope you don't have another bad day, ma'am." Looking back, I always remind myself, never give up. At 6 years old, I made a vow and declared to others that I am not a useless person. Even though I have no parent, I will still grow up well. Then at 25, a widow with 2 young sons, 2 and 4 years old. Again, I made another vow. I will raise my children well and they will have a college education. I wanted to share my life experience, so in 2016, I wrote and published a book, and a year later, it was translated into Vietnamese language. Writing this book gave me a sense of purpose.